Welcome back to the channel, everyone. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. And I'm Debo, and this is Debo's Nation. We got a good one for you today. We got Sweet Tea Audits. She's going into a public library in Monument, Colorado. And enjoy the video.
Unfortunately, it's a little different in the library. There is an expectation of privacy in the library, and I can absolutely give you our policy on that.
I need you to go check with your supervisor before you get yourself put in a blender.
Here's the deal. At this point, that's something you have to take up somewhere else. You've been asked to leave. So if you don't leave, then you're considered trespassing.
So you have the ID on you?
No,
What's your name?
I don't need to give that, sir.
Because I'm here investigating crime. And your name?
A good citizen.
Same me.
Sir, really, you're on duty right here? Is that what you tell the judge? Library District. This is the Monument Branch, located at 1706 Lake Woodmore Drive in Monument, Colorado. So we're just gonna take a peek in here and see what we got going on in this library. Look, they have me on camera too. Hello. Hi. It's cute back here. Hi.
So I just wanted to let you know, well, you are totally welcome to film the library and staff. Because of privacy issues, we can't let you film other patrons. So you are welcome
That's
to
not
do
true.
the-
You're in public, so you have no expectation of privacy.
Unfortunately, it's a little different in the library. There is an expectation of privacy
No,
in the
go
library,
check
and I
your
can
rules on that.
absolutely give you our policy on that.
No.
Okay.
I'll take your policy though, because that is actually against the Constitution. This is a community room. No, ma'am.
If you don't join me at the desk, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the library for the day.
I'll be out of your hair in a few when I'm done. Do you have something for me?
I apologize about the dead air, but I'll do some cuts.
Alright, she wants me to join her at the front desk. And I said no.
Ma'am, this is for you. This is a notice of one-day removal. If you don't join me at the front desk, I'm going to have to give this to you. I will be happy to
I
share the
suggest for
policy,
you to
but for now-
contact your management and ask them about recording in the public library.
And we will absolutely do that. For
What
now,
is your name, please?
My name is Athena.
Athena what?
It's just Athena.
Athena. Okay, is that something for me?
It is.
Thank you.
And if you don't leave, you are going to be suspended, unfortunately. That is our next step.
You're gonna suspend me?
Yes.
For what?
For filming other patrons, which is against our policy.
Okay, I can't help that they're sitting in a public area, and I am allowed to film in a public area.
All
So
right.
you might want to check with your supervisor.
Well,
I highly recommend you go check with your supervisor, Athena. I'm
I
not
understand
kidding
that
you.
this is what you think is allowed, but
Okay.
unfortunately this is
I've
in
been doing
violation
this
of our
a
policy.
long time. And I need you to go check with your supervisor before you get yourself put in a blender.
Ma'am, I understand that you think you are allowed to do this.
What is
and I
your
will
title
happily-
here?
I am a senior library associate.
Okay, go check with your supervisor and ask them if I'm allowed to record in a public library.
Well, my supervisor is not in the building currently.
Okay, then I
am allowed to
suggest
ask you to leave.
No, ma'am, you cannot ask me to
All right.
leave for recording in a public library.
And unfortunately, we are going
No,
to have
ma'am.
to take the next steps.
Okay, Do what you gotta do, Athena. So we are just cruising around, checking out the public library. That was a pretty quick walk around. Did you call the cops on me? Do I need to wait?
I have not called anyone yet because you are not yet suspended.
Suspended? Suspended for what?
Suspended for not complying with staff requests to cease filming
Okay,
other
so
patrons, which is against our
Do your
policy.
feelings trump my First Amendment?
Ma'am, I am happy to show you our policy and thank you for no
Okay.
longer filming other patrons.
Your policy
This is great. This
does
is fine
not
having the camera right
trump
here.
my First Amendment, Athena.
I
You
am
really
happy-
should check on that.
I am happy to print you off the policy.
It's a policy, ma'am. I do not work for you. Therefore, your policy does not apply to me or take away my First Amendment to do journalism in a public place.
And I absolutely understand that's what
But
you think
you're
your
not
role is here, and
understanding
I
it.
didn't set the policy, and I will happily put you in contact with the people who did set it. And
Okay.
unfortunately, this,
You have a camera right over here, and they're recording everybody that comes in. So how is this any different?
unfortunately, you're going to have to ask someone higher up about that.
Okay.
I am sorry, but it is my responsibility to do this.
Okay, I suggest you to ask somebody higher up than you if I'm allowed to be in here and record anything that my eyes can see, including the patrons.
Stop it. Get some help.
I am currently printing off our filming, photography, and recording policy.
And Athena, can I get your last name so I can file a complaint?
If you tell them that you have a complaint against Athena in the library district, they will absolutely know who that is. That is our filming and photography policy.
Okay, again, it doesn't matter to me, but I'll just take it because I do want to make sure that I publish that. Again, your policy does not take away my First Amendment right.
All right, and you are welcome to speak with someone higher up than me
May I
who
get a
sets that
card?
policy. Absolutely. Let me see. You can have the card of our Chief Public Service Officer. She is actually currently our CEO. Let's see if there's anyone else whose card would be helpful for you. You are welcome to have the card of the library manager as well.
Oh, wonderful.
So, if you are ready to stop filming other patrons and only film the staffs or the staff, you are hand you a notice of suspension.
Ma'am, you can hand me anything you want to, but you can't stop me from exercising my First Amendment. How dare you try to take away my First Amendment, Athena?
All right. May I have your name?
Well, Athena's hanging in here really good, but don't worry, Athena, she's not going to say anything. They're cowards.
Ma'am, I am very sorry, but you are going to have to leave the library. This is your notice of suspension. This will tell you your rights and how to appeal
My
your
rights?
suspension. Your
You're
rights
saying
within
I
the
have
library
rights now?
district. You are welcome to take this.
I'm good.
All right. If you don't
I'm
leave
good.
the library, then I am going to have to call security.
Do what you gotta do, Athena.
We have a patron who is violating our policy. She's in the corner over there. Our policy on filming is that while we are welcome to film our staffs and our staff, because of the expectation of privacy in the library, they are not allowed to film other patrons. I asked her to stop filming other patrons. She would not. She insists that it is her First Amendment right. I served her a one-day removal. She's not interested in leaving. I now served her a suspension, and she is still not interested in leaving.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am, I wasn't intentionally trying to film your patrons. I was filming what was visual to my eyes.
I understand
I can't
that you've been asked to stop and now
remove.
you've been asked to
Ma'am, you
leave.
can't trump your policy on my First Amendment. Sir, what do you say?
Here's the deal. At this point, that's something you have to take up somewhere else. You've been asked to leave. So if you don't leave, then you're considered trespassing, which is a crime which you can be put in jail for.
Really?
Once you've been asked to leave, you have to leave.
Okay, I need your last name, Athena, so I can report you.
You are welcome to ask the library district and make any complaints about me that you feel are necessary.
If you have a first name, you can call the library, tell them it's the Monument Branch. I'm pretty sure they'll be able to figure out who you're talking about.
Okay.
You also have video of them, so they'll know who they are.
Right, and you guys do know that you're in violation of constitutional rights. Your policy does not trump your constitutional rights.
Well, if they have a policy about videoing, yes, they can.
Right, I was videoing the facility. I can't help that somebody's in front of my camera. What am I supposed to do, Athena?
At this point, they've asked you to leave, so you have to leave.
Okay, I'd like to have that paperwork that you gave me,
Absolutely.
and this will definitely be revisited again.
This is
I can't wait for it. Hey you guys, just wanted to let you know Denver Metro Audits, Aurora Transparency, and I went back for the follow-up at the Monument Library, and wow, they still did not learn their lesson. So keep an eye out for some
No, don't like that.
banger videos coming out on that follow-up, and we will need to do another follow-up on the follow-up. We will be occupying that library for so long, they will start asking us to pay rent. Here we go.
Follow-up of the follow-up. And you guys saying they are not understanding? I personally think I have become dumber just listening to you.
Awesome. And what is your name, please?
My name's Chad. I'm the Deputy Chief Whitmore Public Safety.
Chad?
Yep,
What is your last name?
it's right there.
Right there.
It's right there.
Chad right
Okay.
there?
I still don't know what their fascination is about making people say their name and badge number, but it must be in their script.
From
We're private
Woodmore
security.
Public Safety.
We are contracted for this entire
So
building.
Are you carrying a gun?
Yes,
Yep.
I am.
So you're carrying a gun and you're
Yes, I
not
am.
required to identify?
Nope, we have no policies that require us to identify ourselves.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Once again, you have my first name, you have me on video. We're an 8-man department, it ain't hard to find me.
Wow. Alrighty. Well, you guys will be definitely followed up on. for
And oh,
sure.
by the way, just so you know, policy, which you clearly know, does not mean law, does not mean it is forced.
Exactly. So you can't force me out of here.
Well, yes, we can, because you're violating law now. You've been
Okay,
asked
so
to
you're
leave,
forcing me out
and
of
you're
here
not
for
leaving. So
I
that's
wasn't
trespassing.
doing anything wrong.
It doesn't
She's
matter. Once they ask
calling.
you to leave, and you don't leave, it's trespassing, flat out,
Is that your say-so on that?
That's the law.
Okay.
Once you're asked to leave, it
What
doesn't
was your
matter
name
anything
again?
else.
Chad?
Yes. Once you've been asked to leave, it doesn't matter anything else.
Okay.
If you
so-
don't leave, you're trespassing.
So anyway, we have Chad here and Athena, who's refusing to let me record in the
Okay.
public library.
You're on multiple video cameras, refusing to
Exactly.
leave, so
what's
now
the
you're
difference?
trespassing.
What's the difference?
The difference is the security cameras are not going to be posted all over the internet like you're going to with this.
What's the
Trespass.
We
difference?
don't
It
care how many times you buzz that damn buzzer, but it's time to leave.
All right, thanks,
That's a
sir.
policy you need to take up with higher
Thanks,
ups.
Athena.
Once you've been asked to leave,
You're
must
going to be on a
leave
YouTube
immediately.
star, girl.
Once you've been asked to leave.
Sir,
you
shut up.
must leave immediately.
Sir, shut up.
You serious?
Using my constitutional right to talk.
Her next lesson she's going to teach us is how to show some class.
CBY 674,
Yep.
Mr. Chad here, who
Yep.
won't identify.
Sweet Pea's doctor told her that she needs to be retrained, so we're going to get Denver Metro Audit to retrain her again, because she needs to have a little bit more training.
Yeah, and he wants to be a dick about this.
I'm not being a dick, I'm enforcing law.
No, you're not enforcing law,
When
sir.
you've been asked to leave, you must leave,
Sir,
or you're trespassing.
constitutional rights.
What gives you the right to remain here after you've been asked to leave?
I was doing nothing wrong.
That doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It
matters a lot.
It does not matter.
It really does.
Once a private entity asks you to leave, you
It's
must
not a
leave.
private entity, sir. It's a public library.
It's still a private entity.
It's not. It's a public library.
It's still private property.
Sir, it's a public.
This is private property.
Who funds the public
It
library?
doesn't matter. They
It
pay
does-
rent to be in this building.
Check out this guy.
They
He
pay
says it
rent to be in this
doesn't
building,
matter.
which
With
makes it
whose
private
money?
property.
With
It doesn't
taxpayers-
matter.
Yes, sir.
I'm in charge of this
With
property.
Taxpayers' money.
It doesn't matter. I'm in charge of this property, and I have asked you to leave, and you're not leaving. That's trespassing.
I did leave. How
I'm
much
asking
more
you
do
to
you want
leave
me?
the property.
I'm not allowed to patronize any
No,
of the
you're
other.
leaving the entire property.
Really?
You're officially trespassed
okay,
from this
I need
entire
your last
property.
name, your first name.
Right there.
Chad Forquer.
It's right there.
Forquer, Forquer.
It's right there.
You know something, Sweet Pea? Here's how it works. That building is probably in a mall area, so that whole area is owned by somebody else and not the government. And that's why he's able to kick you off the property, because that's private property, and the public library is renting from that owner. Because he's the security guard for the whole area, he's not the security guard for the library. Yeah, I'm going to cut a lot out here because it's just them jibber-jabbering back and forth.
Now we have Sheriff, this gentleman here. That's not true.
She was videoing, which I guess they allow videoing of the stacks and of the employees, but not of other patrons.
Which I was not doing.
About recording patrons, and then the tried to sue for 1 day suspension. She argued
That's not true.
I want to trespass in the entire property. I'm getting ready to call you on the property. Okay,
Now he's trying to trespass me from the entire property.
and I'm calling you now.
Hi.
Hi!
So you have the ID on you?
No,
What's your name?
I don't need to give that, sir.
Because I'm here investigating crime. And because of that, you're my prime suspect. I need to know your name.
What crime did I commit?
Trespass.
Sir, I wasn't though. I was
so-
They made that up. I'm letting you know they
That's fine.
made it up.
That's fine, but I need to know their names and I need to know your name.
Sir, I don't feel that I need to give you my name because I've not committed a crime.
Yes, you have. I'm
What crime did I commit?
I'm investigating your crime. And
Okay,
besides
I
trespass.
did not commit a crime. I'm not about to commit a crime, and I didn't intend to commit a crime.
Do they have your name?
No, I'm a good citizen. I was here simply recording the public library,
7-3.
and I couldn't help that somebody was walking in front of my camera, and that made her flip out and want to yell at me and argue with me, which then what am I supposed to do? I wasn't recording anybody. I was just recording the facility. It's a public facility.
But I do need to know who you are.
Why?
Because they want you trespass. They don't want you here anymore.
I won't come back. I'm leaving now. If I come back, then you can get my name.
Okay?
Did you not just tell them inside that you're definitely going to be back for a follow-up to a follow-up to a follow-up?
Thank you. Sir, may I get your card? Well, you made contact with me, so may I get your card? I don't have a card.
Like your name?
A good citizen.
Same as me.
Sir, really, you're on duty right here? Is that what you tell the judge?
So this is a county call, this is his call, so I'm here to support him.
Right, but you made contact with me first.
Good day, then.
Okay, great. Have a great day. All right. These are the Monument Police. Oh, El Paso County Sheriff. Great. Okay. I just about got arrested by these thugs. Oh, and they handed me a suspended.
All right, that's where we're going to leave it there. We'll end it. And please share, like, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you want to see anything in the future. And don't forget about my link down below too with TubeBuddy. So anybody who's got a channel out there, it'll help your channel out. So give that a smack if you need it. It's not very expensive either. It's only about $8 a month. That's all I'm paying. So until next time, Debo signing off.